PlayStation 4 National Premier League's Queensland action kicked off on Friday night at Corporate Travel Management Stadium. The winless Brisbane City looking to get their season started against Ipswich club Western Pride. An early corner gave Pride a chance, Ajdan Federhajic forcing a save from City goalkeeper Matt Stein. Only minutes later and City striker Antonio Murray tested the reflexes of Pride goalkeeper Bon Scott. Before Pride's Neelan Brown beat the goalkeeper but not the post with this first time attempt. However, on 24 minutes, Harrison Sawyer muscled his way into the box, only to be felled by City enforcer Matt Biggins. Midfielder Lincoln Rule calmly slotted the spot kick and Pride were one to the good midway through the half. Looking for an equaliser, this snap strike from City's Anthony Polyak had Scott on his toes, before Scott again proved up to task amidst this mad goalmouth scramble. In the end, Pride hanging on to their lead 1-0 at the turnaround. But only minutes after the restart, City were back on level terms. Kosataki taking 2 bites of the cherry, but turning the ball home in the end. The score now 1 goal apiece. Shortly after, an error from Scott allowed Murray a chance on goal. However, the goalkeeper's blushes spared with this save. But City continued to come at the visitors. An awkward bounce catching out Kalen Fisher-Smith, his handball just inside the area. Murray made no mistake with the spot kick, City ahead for the first time in the match, 2-1. A late corner gave Pride the chance to salvage a point. Kai Smith's clumsy challenge earning him a second yellow card and an early shower, while Pride stepped up to the penalty spot. However, Rule wasn't as successful for the second time from the penalty spot. Stein with the save, City with the 2-1 win. Their first of the season coming off the back of 2 second-half goals. Fullback Kai Barnes, the man of the match. Saturday afternoon saw us travel to Walter Park in the Moreton Bay region as this year's league leaders met last year's defending champions, the undefeated Moreton Bay United, hosting Palm Beach SC. Sharks had the better of the early possession, but it was Jets with the first clear-cut chance, Jackson Hall's strike back off the post. But it was Sharks that found the opener midway through the half. Jets goalkeeper Luke Boreen getting a touch on Christian Rees' header, but unable to keep it out. The visitors ahead, 1-0. With Jets in search of an equaliser, Sharks goalkeeper Shane Vitikangas was quick off his line to deny Jordan Farina. Before this weaving run by Royce Brownlee was ended by a late challenge, the referee dismissing the claims for a penalty. Roman Hoffman forced a save from Boreen late in the half, but in the end there was no adding to the score, 1-0 at half-time. The clouds parted after the restart and fortune shined on the Jets. Brownlee with another run into the box, going down, he got the rub of the green and the penalty call. The veteran striker made no mistake with the spot kick. The score is now level at 1-1 on the hour. Spurred into action, Sharks skipper Justin McKay hit the post before Roman Hoffman came close with this free kick. But it was the Jets that grabbed the lead, Brownlee nodding home for his second of the afternoon from Ryota Nakauka's free kick. The Jets now ahead 2-1. Only minutes later and the hosts gave themselves breathing room. Joseph Champness with a beautiful first-time strike in off the crossbar. The Jets now ahead 3-1. Before another penalty in the final minutes gave Jets the chance to wrap it all up. Brownlee securing his hat-trick with his second spot kick of the afternoon. That was enough to see it out for Jets. 4-1 winners and still undefeated atop the NPL ladder. Royce Brownlee getting our nod as the man of the match. The first of a double-header at Perry Park saw Brisbane Roar Youth back in action for the first time in 4 weeks. They were hosting the informed Sunshine Coast FC, who themselves were on a 4-game winning streak. The opening exchanges proved tight, however it was a corner that gave Sunshine Coast the chance to take the lead. The ball coming out to Brady Cronk, a solid low finish in off the post, and the visitors had a 1-0 advantage inside the quarter hour. Midway through the opening stanza, Sam Sibichuara delivered Young Roar's first shot on target, however Dale Hill up to task in the goal. Kane Frew came close to doubling Fire's advantage when this shot went just over the crossbar. before backtracking defender Lachlan Gorry spared Denver Crickmore's blushes to deny Reese Kelly. However, Young Raw levelled terms just before half-time. The Fire defence unable to shut down Nicholas D'Agostino, he slotted home the finish with his left foot. The score, 1 goal apiece at half-time. The visitors came out firing in the second half, Frew forcing a save from Crickmore before Jonathan Laddick's long-range attempt was also saved. But again, it was Young Raw that found the back of the net. Sibichuara with this strike from just outside the box. Young Raw with the lead for the first time, ahead 2-1. The hosts continued to knock at the door, D'Agostino sending this shot over the top. Before Mitchell Hoare popped up to seal the result for Young Raw just after the hour. In the end, that's how it finished. Brisbane Raw Youth with the 3-1 win. Mitchell Hoare getting the nod as the man of the match. The second match of the Perry Park doubleheader was also our live stream match of the round. The Lightning Bolt derby between second place Brisbane Strikers and cellar dwellers Southwest Queensland Thunder. Strikers dominated early possession, but Thunder were holding firm, Trent Clulo spurning the first clear-cut opportunity for the hosts. However, the attacking midfielder made amends shortly after, a delightfully placed shot from distance to open accounts, Strikers ahead 1-0. A blow for Thunder shortly after reduced to 10 men, Matthew Hull shown a straight red card for offensive language. And the Strikers soon took advantage. Greg King on the volley, the hosts now ahead 2-0. Jason McQuarrie had a chance to settle the result before half-time, his shot going just wide, the 2-goal margin carrying the teams into the break. The hosts continued to threaten after the restart. Before McQuarrie delivered a neat flicked finish to deliver Strikers third just after the hour, the points effectively sealed. The hosts kept coming though as McVeigh struck the post. Before McQuarrie benefited from a fumble from substitute goalkeeper Jaden Formosa to make it 4-0 to the Strikers. Another fumble by Formosa and Strikers were in again for number 5, McVeigh with the easy tap in. There was still time for one more for Strikers though as Scott Coulson iced the result in the final minutes. 6-0 the final score to the hosts, a clean sheet as well. Josh McVeigh getting our acknowledgement as the man of the match. The last match of Saturday night takes us to the state's far north where Kansas FNQ Heat welcomed Redlands United to Barlow Park. With both teams desperately in search of a win, it was Ethan Doherty that delivered the opening salvo for Heat, forcing a sharp save from Brendan Wyatt. But it was the visitors that drew first blood. Nico Beshar slipping in Igor Say Jose. He rounded Nicholas Mooney in the Heat goal for a simple finish. Redlands ahead 1-0 inside the quarter hour. Josh Jennison came close to finding the equaliser, his headed effort saved by Wyatt. For the visitors, Graham Fife was denied at close range. Before Mooney almost fumbled Say Jose's strike into his own net. Heat found the equaliser just before half-time, Charlie Beverley's header back off the post. Jennison on hand to knock it home. The score was level at 1 goal apiece at the turn. More set-piece drama after the restart. Alex Smith's corner kick fumbled into the net by Wyatt. The Heat now ahead 2-1. Further chances at both ends as Carroll and then Beshar forced saves from the Gloveman. Before Lyndon Dykes delivered the second equaliser of the night. Plenty of strength in the build-up, a nice finish. Redlands back on level terms at 2 goals apiece. Despite the rain coming in, the players were starting to lose their cool. Fife and Carroll receiving yellow cards after this altercation. With 10 minutes remaining, Chris O'Hare was brought down in the area to earn a penalty for Heat. However, White made amends for his earlier error to deny Alex Smith from the spot kick. Salt rubbed into the wound only 2 minutes later when Graham Fife pulled the trigger. The ball getting a touch but going into the back of the net. Redlands United running out with the result, 3-2 winners. Fife getting our nod as the man of the match. The final match of the round was played at Goodwin Park on Sunday afternoon as Olympic FC looked to return to winning ways against the always enigmatic Northern Fury. An early error by Fury gave Olympic a chance, Rhys Meredith with the shot, but the scrambling George Dalton on hand to make the block. Olympic skipper Danny Byrne tested Joe Simons in the Fury goal from this free kick, while Simons was again up to task to deny this headed effort. Chances for the visitors later in the half, Matt Acton denying Jake Perry's shot. Before Jared Lee attempted the spectacular, only to find the waiting arms of Acton. At the turn, the team still locked at 0-0. But only minutes after the restart, Olympic had the opener. Kazuya Ito felled in the box. Danny Byrne stepping up to take the penalty, he slotted it, Olympic 1-0 ahead. Only minutes later, an Olympic had another penalty. Byrne this time pushed from behind. Again, he made no mistake with the spot kick, Olympic now 2 to the good. The visitors tried to get back into the contest as Corey Waples forced a save from Acton, before Ari Isman headed over the top. Eisenhut almost scored a cheeky one as he robbed the ball off Acton, before a handball by the prone Dalton sent Olympic to the penalty spot for a third time. But it was third time lucky for Simons though, denying Byrne his hat-trick and keeping Fury in the contest. Further hope for Fury fans as Darren Gray was shown a straight red card for offensive language. But in the end, the hosts wouldn't be denied. Dylan Wenzel Halls' shot bouncing back into the path of Michael Lee. A simple finish, the final score, 3-0. Olympic returning to winning ways, Scott Bowe, the man of the match. A look at the table after round 10 sees Moreton Bay United still on top ahead of Brisbane Strikers. Olympic FC move ahead of Sunshine Coast into third place. Brisbane Roar jump up 2 places in the middle of the table with games in hand, while Brisbane City's first win of the season means Thunder are the only team yet to get a win in 2015. Familiar faces in the race for Golden Boot. Alex Smith maintains his lead by a single goal, while Mitch Hoare moves ahead of Jamie Carroll into second. Our next PlayStation 4 National Premier League's Queensland livestream takes us to Malawa Complex on the Gold Coast. Palm Beach SC hosting FNQFC Heat. It's on Saturday at 3 PM. Catch that match and plenty more news from PlayStation 4 National Premier League's Queensland at the official website, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. This has been a production by Football Queensland for the PlayStation 4 National Premier Leagues.